more funding for illegal DEI programs. It means no more funding for transgenderism and wokeness.
And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
For the longest, women couldn't be in these positions. Imagine you being the press secretary. You know how silly you are? Then y'all got a show full of women that's silly. Y'all women make people reconsider, should women even be doing this? Karoline Leavitt give us life. Y'all fools make us want to turn the corner back.
Internal sources have revealed that Karoline Leavitt's legal action forced ABC to fire Joy Behar from The View. This shocking development has left fans and critics alike questioning what really happened behind the scenes. Let's dive into the details of this explosive controversy that has shaken daytime television to its core. Joy Behar, known for her unfiltered opinions, ignited a firestorm when she commented on Karoline Leavitt, Donald Trump's press secretary. During an episode of The View, Behar suggested that Leavitt got her position because of her looks, saying, "I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. The remark stunned her co-hosts and drew audible gasps from the audience. Critics were quick to call out the hypocrisy of a self-proclaimed feminist reducing a woman's professional achievements to her appearance. Social media erupted with backlash, labeling Behar's comment as disgusting and anti-woman. The controversy escalated as even Behar's loyal supporters struggled to defend her this time. But this was only the beginning of a much larger fallout.
Democrats and the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever in that job.
The internet wasted no time responding to Behar's remarks. Hashtags like cancel Joy Behar and fire Joy Behar began trending across platforms, with users from all political backgrounds condemning her statement. Many pointed out the irony of Behar criticizing Leavitt while claiming to champion women's rights. Conservative influencers amplified the outrage, accusing The View of hypocrisy and media bias. Even some liberal commentators admitted that Behar had crossed a line. As the backlash intensified, ABC faced mounting pressure to address the situation. But instead of apologizing or clarifying her remarks, Behar seemed unfazed, dismissing the uproar as just another fleeting controversy. Little did she know, this time the consequences would be far more severe.
Let's talk about the fact that Democrats have been labeling President Trump a to democracy for the better half of 10 years. Let's talk about how they have compared him to one of the worst mass in the history of the world, and that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden weaponized the court system and the justice system in this country against Donald Trump in an attempt to imprison him. He sat through a courthouse for 7 weeks this past year, and the Democrats were hoping he would go to jail for it.
Now to the cackling witch herself, Joy Behar from The View, whose jealousy is something to behold.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Here is Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
Rather than letting the comment slide, Karoline Leavitt took decisive action by filing a defamation lawsuit against Joy Behar and ABC. Legal experts noted that this wasn't just about offensive language, it was about reputational damage. The lawsuit alleged that Behar's remarks were made with malicious intent to undermine Leavitt's credibility as a political figure. By taking legal action, Leavitt sent a clear message: she wouldn't tolerate being disrespected on such a public platform. The lawsuit quickly became a media sensation, raising questions about free speech, accountability, and the limits of on-air commentary. As ABC scrambled to manage the fallout, it became clear that this legal battle would have far-reaching consequences. ABC found itself in uncharted territory as it grappled with how to handle the lawsuit and public backlash. Emergency meetings were held as executives debated their options: stand by Joy Behar or cut ties with one of their most iconic hosts. Supporting Behar risked further damaging ABC's reputation and prolonging a costly legal battle. On the other hand, firing her could alienate loyal viewers who appreciated her outspoken personality. Reports suggested that tensions behind the scenes were at an all-time high, with some executives arguing for immediate action, while others urged caution. Ultimately, it became clear that keeping Behar on board was no longer sustainable. In a move that shocked fans and critics alike, ABC announced Joy Behar's departure from The View. The official statement was vague, claiming that Behar had decided to step away from the show. However, insiders revealed that the decision was far from voluntary. Many believe ABC executives pushed her out to mitigate further damage from Leavitt's lawsuit and public backlash. And the timing of her exit, just weeks after the lawsuit was filed, only fueled speculation that legal pressures played a significant role in her departure. While some celebrated her removal as overdue accountability, others accused ABC of caving to cancel culture. Public opinion on Joy Behar's departure was deeply divided. Critics argued that she had been given too many free passes for her past controversies and deserved to face consequences for her actions. Supporters countered that firing her was an overreaction driven by political pressure rather than genuine accountability. The debate quickly evolved into broader discussions about cancel culture and free speech in media. Was this an example of holding public figures accountable, or was it another instance of silencing controversial voices? As fans debated these questions online, one thing became clear. The View would never be quite the same without Joy Behar.
The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism.
Behar's exit reignited debates about cancel culture and its impact on public discourse. Critics argued that firing someone over a single comment set a dangerous precedent for stifling free speech in entertainment and journalism. Supporters countered that public figures like Behar should be held accountable for perpetuating harmful stereotypes or making defamatory statements. The controversy highlighted the challenges media organizations face in balancing accountability with creative freedom, especially in today's hyperpolarized political climate. With Joy Behar gone, The View faces significant challenges moving forward. Who will replace such a polarizing yet iconic figure? Will ABC opt for another outspoken personality or take a safer approach? Meanwhile, questions linger about whether Karoline Leavitt will continue pursuing her defamation lawsuit now that Behar is no longer part of the show, or if ABC will attempt to settle out of court. Beyond these immediate concerns lies a bigger question. Does this incident signal a shift in how networks handle controversial hosts? Only time will tell. ABC has not emerged unscathed from this controversy. Critics have accused the network of mishandling past scandals involving its hosts and failing to enforce consistent standards of accountability across its programming. Sponsors reportedly reconsidered their association with The View during the height of the backlash, raising concerns about long-term financial implications for both the show and its parent company. As ABC works to rebuild trust with viewers and advertisers alike, it must also confront difficult questions about its future direction. For now, Joy Behar has remained silent about her departure from The View. Some speculate she may eventually address the situation publicly, either defending herself or offering an explanation for her exit, but others believe she'll retreat from public life altogether to protect her legacy. Regardless of what comes next for Behar personally, there's no denying her impact on daytime television over decades as one of The View's most recognizable voices.